Hey, what's shaking, everybody? I thought I'd give you a little bit of an update because I'm bored and I know y'all like hearing my voice. Yeah. Anyway, I called my lenders. I got my funding set up for school, so I'm very excited to have that off my shoulders. It's like a huge weight off my shoulders, and I was a big cloud that was hanging over me. But yeah, the money I will receive, and I should get a check here in the next couple of days. But it will pay for my hotel for the 6 weeks that I would be down at school, pay for the school supplies that I'm required to get, or required to buy from the school, I guess. And it will pay for my CDL, and there's two endorsements. It will pay for both of those. Looking at a tanker endorsement, and I'm not sure if I'm going to do the hazmat or not. Talking to the lead instructor, or the only instructor, I guess. He suggested not getting the hazmat while I'm going to school. He said I can if I want. He said, they'll allow me to take the test there, but he said all the TSA stuff takes forever. He said it's just his experience to just wait until you get with whatever company you're going with. They require you to get one, they'll help you get one. Silly old me, I kind of look at it like I did when I was going to Wyotech, with all your ICAR certifications. I wanted every certification I can get. The welding certification really got you a lot of job offers because the ICAR welding test was so much more intensive than the regular, I can't remember what the regular welding test is called for your guys who go for the welding program. But anyway, the other endorsements really, it depends where you went. Some places really liked them and a lot of places didn't care. So, my uncle says kind of the same thing. He had his hazmat endorsement for 15 years and he only ever had to use it twice. But say if I had to go with a creek carrier, I'm sure they would help me get one. So we'll see how that works. But the rest of the money, and I think doing the math, I should have $100 to $150 left. And that will go to paying my fuel, laundry, if I need a loaf of bread or something like that. I do have groceries bought that should get me through at least a couple weeks. I'm a master at cooking spaghetti and stuff in a microwave because that's what I did at college at Wyotech. So I'm also going to use a part of that to pay for my DOT drug test. Place I'm going to get it, it's going to charge me $45, which isn't bad, but they do not accept insurance, which is whatever, I guess. I'm not worried about it. But I'm excited, I don't have much wiggle room there. If I did need money for something else, they'd be more than happy to send me another check, but I don't want to borrow more money than I have to. I just got to make it through. But I also got the school called. Got a makeshift school visit set up. They had a jazz competition or something like that. And so they said they couldn't do a school visit, and I told them, I'm going to be going there for the truck driving program April 13th, and just very nice ladies. They put me on hold for a little bit. They got in contact with the right person. She got on and said she'd be more than happy to show me around. As I told them all I wanted, all I really wanted is to figure out which building I got to go into, where I need to park, which door I need to go into. So we got that set up for 2 o'clock in the afternoon. She said if I get there earlier, just give her a call and she'll get down to the building we got to meet at, and we'll go from there, which is pretty cool. I mean, just nice ladies. And that makes the experience a lot better. I've called schools where you deal with just nasty people who act like they're a lot better than you. So it's nice to meet people that treat you like you're a valued customer, so to speak, not just a paycheck. So that's kind of nice. And coming from my customer service background, whereas the meat cutter dealt with public every day, it's kind of nice to see that in return, because you didn't always get that, That day, we're going down there for a school visit. We also got my DOT drug test set up. We will go and we will get the hotel reserved and paid for, hopefully. The one I want to stay at, I should be able to get the room. They'll allow you to do the weekly rate, so it'll be a little bit cheaper. If I'm not allowed to do that, or if they don't have the room, I should say. If they don't have the room, then I'll have to go to the other another hotel I talked to, the next cheapest one. It's like $300 more expensive. I'll have to pay per night. So, anyway, it shouldn't be too bad. It should be a nice, easy day. I've really been researching companies, and I exhaust myself doing this because I try to plan everything out. I don't like surprises, so to speak. I don't know. I don't like not being in the know. But, and that's where my overthinking comes in. I get psychologically exhausted and I just get burnt out. But like Ed Lewis, instructor there at Northeast Community College, like he told me, there's a bunch of Nebraska-based companies that'll be there that don't advertise, that don't put stuff on websites or don't have websites. How much of that is true, we'll find out when we go to school. He sounds like a pretty down-to-earth guy, but you never know. So, I do know there's a couple of companies here in Nebraska. Of course, you got Creek Carrier and sister company Schaefer that'll hire rookies after a year. You can go with Hunt and haul flatbed for them. It's all the same big deal. They got a smaller company, Grand Island Express, out of Grand Island, Nebraska. I know they got really good reviews, and I know they hire students, but only from Nebraska. They haul reefer. And I do think they do haul a little bit of dry box, mainly reefer, I think. They're kind of a small to mid-sized company. But I'd really like to haul flatbed. And I know TMC says I'm a little too far out of their hiring area, a little too far west. I know you got Melton. I know if I really wanted to, I could jump on a bus and probably go work for Boyd Brothers out of Alabama. Melton, I think, is from my research and talking to people that drive for them, sounds like a really good company. But since they're not a super big company, they don't always have trainers available and they don't always have trucks open. So, you may be a qualified candidate, but you may not get in or get the job because they don't have something available. So, we'll see what happens. I do know that there's Decker. I believe they're out of Iowa. They haul flatbed. I do think they got a reefer division, reefer or dry box, one of the two. And their mileage rate, their cent per mile, seems to be right in line with Melton. But I would like to stay on the road for a long period of time, 3 to 6 weeks at a time. That's just me. I got nothing keeping me back. No wife, no children. But I think they try to get you home pretty close to every weekend. I do know they run all over the place, but reading on their website, it sounds like their average run is about 400 miles. And I know talking to a guy that said rookies usually run short runs just to make sure they can do it, so they don't overwhelm them, which is really good. That's a really good idea. But we'll see. I know Melton, they go all over the place. If I have to cut my teeth with the dry box or reefer company, I'll gladly do it. I'm not too worried about it. I'm kind of hoping that a Nebraska-based flatbed company will go in and kind of throw an offer on the table. Or look for a driver there, and hopefully my application to be considered. But you never know. I know there's one company I talked to. My uncle's talked to their drivers, and they're really, really happy. And I called and talked to the owner. Super nice guy, super nice company. everybody there that I talked to was just awesome. And I asked him about hiring rookies, and he said he can't hire one straight out of school. Said if you had experience hauling something for a farmer, that would be one thing. But he said, just coming out of school with no experience, we don't have the time to teach a guy how to work or how to drive. So I said if he had 3 months flatbed experience, he could put me on. And if they had 9 to 12 months experience with one company going over the road, then he could put me on. So that's pretty cool. And what I like even better is that he tried to give me suggestions about local companies, grain haulers and things like that. I don't really want to haul corn. If I wanted to haul corn, I probably wouldn't have went to school. I probably just went to the courthouse and got everything done. Just came if I wanted to haul cattle. That's probably what I would have done too. So we'll find out. I always do this. I always think way too far ahead and try to plan everything out, and that's just the anxiety in me. That's the way I've always been. It's the way I'll always be. So, but hopefully everything will start to ease up. I know the tension and the stress went down considerably after I finally got the funding. So I think the stress will build back up closer to school because I think I'll be nervous, and I think it's kind of just what I am now, nervous, good kind of nervous. And I always expect nothing but perfection out of myself, so when I don't do something quite right, I get pretty hard on myself. So we'll see. Hopefully I can keep my nerves under control when we get to school, and I think once I get to school it'll be alright. Just like when I went to Wyotech, I was scared as could be. But after a couple of days in class, everything kind of eased up on you. So, and Ed Lewis, instructor there at Northeast Community College, seems like a super nice guy. Doesn't seem like he's out there just for a paycheck. Seems like he actually wants to teach you and make sure you do things the right way, which is awesome. That's what I was looking for. That's what I want to be. I want to be a professional. Out of school, I'm not going to be a professional. After I get through with the trainer, I won't be a professional, but I'll be on the right track. So, and that's nice. Getting out of school, graduating from Wyotech, I know doesn't matter how many certifications you get, no matter how good you do in class, you don't know squat when you get out of school. That's why you go with the trainer. Trainer sets you in the right path, hopefully. So I gotta make it through school, get my license, learn the basics, get in with the trainer, learn how the real world works, then get in company truck and fall on my face a few times. But it's all in the path of learning, right? But I will try to make a video. I will make a video. I shouldn't say I try. I will make a video for when I go do my school visit. Kind of tell you what I think there after I get everything done. Tell you how the whole day went. Different things. If I get to talk to the instructor, I get to see the program. Kind of give my thoughts on it from the outside looking in again. But up until that point, I thank you guys for watching. I hope I didn't annoy you too much. We'll see you later.